Stream. Ich spiele das Spiel auf dem normalen Modus. Ja, passt ganz gut. Unschuldige Bürger will ich eh nicht töten. Mal schauen.
"12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is war but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more. Thirsty. So thirsty.
sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me! No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare! I need to get out of here!
Okay, über die Decke kann ich nicht fliegen.
This can't be happening! No! Please! Stop! I mean you no harm! What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Has it fled?
Shit, where'd it go?
Tricky bastards.
Now, I can defend myself.
Where'd it go? Kill that thing! Over there! Fuck!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast! Sorry.
Crush the leech, boys!
No, please, stop! Who are you?
There's one of them burning!
What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's
That'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to...
Gameplay. Was empfinden.
find somewhere to hide. Let me go!
Hey, Alter, das ist aber nicht nett.
I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? This place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Brother. What have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Na gut, soll ich vielleicht vorlesen. Mach ich auf den nächsten.
I had better remain here until nightfall.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's impossible.
Schon wieder Alkohol. Eine neue Villa.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him. That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Eine Kugel.
No, it never got easy.
Ja, Leistungsaufwand technisch ist Töten leichter als Heilen.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crowns of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as wool.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warring song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing. I can almost feel the sun's rays like a physical weight pressing against the wood.
Hm. 15. Oktober. Schlecht geschlafen. Becky hat die ganze Nacht lang gehustet und das Fieber lässt sie fantasieren. Morgen hörte ich großen Lärm. Er kommt von einer riesigen Maschine, die ein paar Männer zum Ufer gebracht hat, um ein großes Loch zu graben. Eine Art von Schaufellader. Vielleicht könnte ich zu ihnen gehen und nach Arbeit fragen. Becky braucht Medizin. 16. Oktober. Ich habe mit den Männern am Schaufellader geredet. Sie sagten mir, dass sie überall in London Massengräber graben. Offenbar Vorsichtsmaßnahmen. Gibt es eine neue Epidemie? Kommt die Grippe zurück? Sie hatten keine Ahnung für mich. Keine Arbeit für mich. Becky hat letzte Nacht etwas geschlafen. Die Gießerei wurde geschlossen und es gibt hier keine Arbeit mehr. 19. Oktober. Ich ging nach London, um ein paar Lebensmittel und Medikamente zu finden. Keine Züge. Es hat den ganzen Tag gedauert, aber über die Themse und zurückzukommen. Becky scheint es besser zu gehen. Ich habe Suppe gekocht, die sie gegessen hat. Medizin habe ich keine gefunden, nur ein paar Spritzen und Schlaftabletten auf dem Schwarzmarkt. Wir haben kein Geld mehr. Vielleicht schaffe ich es, morgen ins Pembroke Hospital zu gehen. Ist aber so weit weg, ich habe Angst, meine Frau so lange allein zu lassen. Ebenfalls 19. Oktober. Becky hat sich ein paar Stunden nach dem Essen übergeben. Sie ist inzwischen so schwach, dass ich weinen möchte. Sie sagt, bei Nacht höre sie draußen Stimmen. Sie sagt, sie möchte Fleisch essen. Wo soll ich Fleisch hernehmen? Morgen werde ich das Haus gegen Plünderer verbarrikadieren. 21. Oktober. Die Männer mit dem Schaufellader haben aufgehört, Massengräber auszuheben. Ich habe letzte Nacht Schreie gehört, als ob sie angegriffen wurden. Jetzt gibt es nur noch Boote, die Tag und Nacht Leichen in das riesige Loch werfen. Der Gestank ist furchtbar. Wir hätten das Haus schon vor einer Woche verlassen sollen. Doch Becky, sie weigert sich zu gehen. Sie würde lieber sterben, Sie mit einem schlosslichen Lächeln gesagt. Wieso quält sie mich so? 22. Oktober. Becky hat mich eben angefallen. Sie hat mich von der Treppe aus angesprungen und hat versucht, mich zu beißen. Ich musste sie schlagen und sie hat zurückgeschlagen. Ich bin nach oben geflüchtet und habe mich im Schlafzimmer eingesperrt. Ich höre sie jetzt unten jammern und etwas murmeln. Ich habe die Waffe geholt, die ich seit dem Krieg zum Schutz des Hauses Zimmerdecke versteckt hatte. Ich bin jetzt tatsächlich bereit, sie einzusetzen, um mich vor meiner eigenen Ehefrau zu schützen. 23. Oktober. Ich konnte überhaupt nicht schlafen. Becky hat die ganze Nacht hindurch an der Tür gekratzt, Hä? mich um Hilfe gebeten oder angefleckt, sie zu öffnen, aber ich habe zu viel Angst. Ich warte jetzt nur noch ihren Tod. Es dauert nicht mehr lang. Ich bete, dass Gott es bald beenden wird. 24. Oktober. Heute Morgen war ich so hungrig. Ich habe versucht runterzugehen. Becky hat in dem Sessel beim Kamin gesessen. Sie hat wie ein Hund gehechelt und mich beobachtet, ohne sich zu bewegen. Ihre Augen sind mir durch den Raum gefolgt. Ich habe mit der Waffe auf ihr wundes Gesicht gezielt. Doch sie hat nichts getan. Ich konnte nicht abdrücken. Ich bin zurück in mein Zimmer gegangen. 25. Oktober. Das Haus ist still wie ein Grab. Keine Geräusche mehr. Becky ist jetzt tot. Vergib mir, meine Liebe. Ich konnte dich nicht retten. Ich werde früh genug wieder bei dir sein.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only.
Hallo, lieber Zuschauer.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real. Madness it is, as mad as the moon. Contains blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Bete im Unterschlupf ermöglicht es dir, dich zu entwickeln und auszuruhen. Und Erfahrungspunkte, um Stufen aufzusteigen und deine Vampirsinne zu verbessern. Betten. Im Unterschlupf, ach so. Beginne mit der Auswahl der verfügbaren Fähigkeit Autophagie. Abklingzeit 30. Du verbrauchst dein eigenes Blut, um den normalen angesammelten Schaden sofort zu heilen. Du erzeugst einen Schattenwolke an deinen Füßen oder dein Ziel. Eine kurze explodiert die Wolke und verursacht schweren Schaden. Und willkommen, lieber Zuschauer. Wie geht's dir?
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then
Erreiche North Bank.
must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become. These people want me dead.
Lieber so.
I need to leave now.
Kann man eigentlich manuell speichern oder ist es nur automatisch?
Here's the leech. Here!
My head's spinning. It's locked.
Natürlich bin ich ein cleveres Biest. Sie umbringen ist jetzt nicht unbedingt. Wieso habe ich jetzt schon wieder eine neue Waffe? Den kannst du speziell raus. Okay. Interessant. Okay. Normaler Schlag, ein Schritt nach vorne, ein großer. Jedenfalls. Wodurch Nebenstände, Gegenstände. Ja, schon.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
There's one of them vermin!
limits of my body. My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
Das hast du ja früh gemerkt, Alter. Naja. Den Kampf hätte eigentlich auch ein Mensch schaffen können. So, lass mal schauen. Nö. König und Vaterland brauchen sie. Schließen sich den britischen Truppen an und helfen sie unseren tapferen Jungs an der Front. Aha. Ja, lass mal.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
Und wieder 10 Schilling. Oh, ich kann sogar Ratten fressen.
I have this
Schmeckt wie Hühnchen.
thirst for blood. This is despicable.
Schmeckt wie Hühnchen. Glaubt ich einfach mal. Das ist aber wenigstens eine geile.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Das ist so schön. Ah, ich wollte mal nachgucken. Speichern konnte man nicht, ne? Nee. Speicherfunktion gab es nicht. Das ist automatisch.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Glaub's euch, Alter. Glaub's euch.
What will London have to say to me? I cannot enter. I've so many questions unanswered.
Ah, da war ja doch was. Das war kein Erfolg.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Jetzt ein bisschen aufmachen. Ah, natürlich, in dem Rasen die Leute
The
wie.
man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Ich werde mal kurz Lichter machen.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. It's locked. There is no one in sight.
Statt sie leben, das defizitmäßig wird. Es ist ein Stich ins der Epidemie. Rölling machen den Unterschied. So wie ich das bisher verstanden habe, ist eine Seuche ausgebrochen. Die Leute denken, es ist eine Seuche, aber es ist tatsächlich wohl eine.
There's nobody here.
Ja, ist wohl eine Verwandlung. Die Leute verwandeln sich in.
At last, a little life. Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Oh, God, sir. You look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And, sir...
Yes?
No funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
The murders? What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me. gotta be something. Can be done to get out of this.
He didn't deserve.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word with anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might... you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory.
But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have.
Hey, I told you, you were the only other
I think you're hiding something from me.
I hide many things from many people, sir. That's what my job's about.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Poor Jack. He didn't deserve this.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
It's locked, all right.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me. There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess. No?
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
Where has everyone gone? Nobody at home. That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant.
Sehr schön.
I cannot enter.
Long enough to see them wet boot boys get
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
You again. What can I do for you?
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this? Some sort of note. These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Head back to a warm fire. Shut that foolish mouth of yours. You haven't known McCullough to be robbed by anything.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front. Fine again.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here! This one's mine! Its head! Die, vermin!
I like their screams when you burn them alive.
Don't come closer, sir.
I'd head back if I were you, sir. Oi! You listening? That's this nest of them cleaned out.
Look at it! Vicious bugger! He's dead! Over there! There's one of them vermin! Stay away! Did you hear me? Over there!
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
As one, we shall overcome this.
Wie kann... Wir haben noch August, Alter. Ja, ich werde es mir wohl holen. Plattform höchstwahrscheinlich PlayStation. So. Muss ich nur noch wissen. Kriege ich. Waffe ver... Ausrüsten.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
William, my arm. I can't feel it.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Das war der erste Boss. Geld.
Let me go. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Hello, sexy lady.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Was meinst du, Day One? Also zum Releasen oder meinst du die Version Day One?
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good
Ja,
fellows.
wenn
I've
ich es mir
come to
hole,
offer help.
mit Sicherheit zum Release.
Just give me a moment to secure my boat, and we can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please. I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
Yes, go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Ja, wenn überhaupt. Ich will ja den extra Stickschnack nicht. Ich kaufe mir, wenn überhaupt, nur die normale Version und einen Season Pass oder so.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Also entweder hole ich mir nur die normale Version und warte mit dem Season Pass, oder ich hole mir den Season Pass direkt gleich mit, je nachdem. Februar sagst du, kommt das erste, das sind 5 Monate. September, Oktober, November, Dezember, Januar, Februar, 6 Monate. Ja gut. Alle 6 Monate ein DLC, sind 2 DLCs drin. Kommt doch an, wie teuer es ist, ne? Also das DLC. Season Pass.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed, marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Das mit dem Borderlands 3 werde ich morgen mit meinem Vater besprechen. Der kommt morgen vorbei. Ich gehe davon aus, Digitalversion und dann meiner PlayStation geladen. So an meinen Account gebunden. Der schert sich's dann.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Also bei mir läuft es total flüssig. Vielleicht eine Übertragung, ich weiß es nicht.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah! It's my turn!
Rotten or pressy, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Dance with him the dance of life and death.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Whoa, I feel giddy.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Oops.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
How long's it going to take to fix me properly? A month?
bin gerade an der Tür vorbeigerannt, kann das sein?
And you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
Oh, das kann ich mit denen.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories at first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Wann wolltest du mit Grim Dawn anfangen? 2030?
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
My sweet girl. Never could keep anything from her.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Ellen didn't bring them with her that night.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon, and it has always come at a price. and personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative, it is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
Oh, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Ich werde hier speichern. Ja, muss ich ja nicht. Danke fürs Einschalten. Bis zum nächsten Mal.